This past Sunday, I put a video together in record time. It wasn't perfect, but guess what? It was one of my best performing videos, even without a thumbnail. I'll eventually update it, but I'm just saying my mind is blown. Perfectionism almost kept me from putting it out, but I had to put something out there because I want you guys to be able to depend on me every Sunday at 3 o'clock and every Thursday at 6. So today I just wanted to talk to you guys about how perfectionism is costing us not only money, but confidence, opportunities, and even peace of mind. I know I'm not the only one that has a fear of failure, and I really don't like to learn out loud. But this is what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to share with you guys how I'm overcoming it and how you can also overcome it. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to Life with Toya. If you didn't know, I'm your girl Toya. If it's your first time here, and if not, let's dive right on into this. Go ahead and grab you something to drink. You know how I do. Today, we're just going to hydrate with some beautiful H2O in a wine glass. Because when I say romanticize your life, this is what I mean. So, what does perfectionism really cost us? First, momentum. Imperfect action is better than no action at all. Get started, get the ball rolling. And sometimes you will realize that once you start, you pick up that momentum and you can just keep going. So get past starting and you can just mosey right on along into your momentum. Overthinking just pretty much means that opportunities will pass you by. I remember one time with my prior job, we did a team building exercise where we went to broken egg and yolk, or the broken egg, or egg and yolk, or camp egg and butter. I knew it was something food related, but it's not really food related. Oh, I can't talk right now. But we went, and it was my first time ziplining, and I was like, I really wanted to try it. And I already know me, I'm honest with myself. I do not have a fear of heights. Like, if we go to a hotel, put me on the highest floor. I love the views. I have a fear of falling. So even though I see the harness and I see the rope, I let thoughts get into my head about what if it falls, and this could be the end, all the things. But I really wanted to do it. So I'm strapped in, I'm jumping, I'm hyped, I'm ready to go. And we get up there. And the first one, I could just sit and just glide off. And that was easier for me because it's like, okay, I'm just sitting, I could just glide off. The second one, we had to climb up a little tree, and then you had to kind of like lean and fall into the rope to jump off. And I was scared to like lean into it. You know what I'm saying? And I had the whole team behind me, and they would just root me on. Even some people who had already went, and they were down, some of my coworkers, and they were down on the ground. I was like, Toya, you can do it. Come on. And the longer I stood there, I was literally talking myself out of it, even though I'm telling everybody, okay, I'm going to go. So one of my coworkers actually filmed it. And if I can find it, I'll throw it in here. But it's like 2 minutes of everybody telling me I can go. It's like 2 minutes of everybody saying, you can do it, go. And I'm just like, I can't. Okay. I'm hyping myself up. And I'm negotiating with the guy that's running the ride or whatever the experience. And I'm like, well, can I just sit down? He was like, but if you sit down, you're not going to go anywhere. Because I was like, I want to do it like I did the last one. But this one is a different experience. So eventually, after about 2.5 minutes of standing there and everybody cheering me on, my coworkers had a lot of patience. I was actually able to just glide and go. And when I got like halfway through, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. The views are nice, and just like, oh man. But it was just the fear of falling and this being the end of my life, like all kind of thoughts that was just going into my head. So if you listen to those voices, if you actually go back and watch my last Thursday ToyaTalks video, which was boundaries with yourself, I talk a little bit about how the negative voices in our mind will actually stop us. And we need to stop those thoughts before they stop us. But anyway, moving right on along. Another thing that perfectionism can cost us is connection. People are not looking for something that is perfect. And it took me a while to realize that. Like, you take your idea and you're holding it and you're molding it and you're shaping it and you're perfecting it and trying to do all the things to make sure that it will not be criticized. Which in this day and age, somebody's going to find something wrong with everything. Like, you cannot please everyone. But people are not looking for perfectionism, they're looking for authenticity. So put your, whatever it is, your project, announce it, put it out there. People are waiting for you. And your issue, or not your issue, but your product or your video or your whatever could be an answer to someone else's problem. And we are robbing them of that connection when we hold on our creativity and to our problem solutions. Okay. And last but not least, perfectionism also costs us our confidence. The longer you delay, the harder it is to show up. Like, the longer I was standing on that ledge, the harder it got to just lean into it and go. You know what I'm saying? And even though I had external factors cheering me on, a lot of times when we have an idea or a project or anything, we hold on to it. We don't let anybody know. No one knows that it's coming out. So there's really no external cheering. So had I not had any external cheering, had I not had a crew of people that I kind of almost didn't want to let down, I would have told, oh, dude, unhook me, get me out of here, unhook me. I'm just going to climb back down, and that's going to be the end of it. Because it's easier to talk yourself out of it when no one else knows that it exists. Think about that. We're going to put a pin in that and come back to that. So let's rewind back to last Sunday's video about life pivots or challenges. I'll throw the title down here. I can't think of the title right now, but I'll put the title down here of that video, and I'll also link it in the description box below if you missed it, so you can go back and watch it. It is actually my second performing video, and I ran into an issue with the video that I wanted to release. You have to watch Sunday's video to see what I'm talking about. And it's actually my second highest performing video. It was just something that I put together and threw out there because I did not want to miss being consistent, because that's one of the things I'm like, okay, Toya, you got people that are waiting for you, because, you know, you got to talk to yourself. Like, I have like 500,000 subscribers right now, okay? Even though I have 215. I appreciate y'all. But I'm like, you have people out here waiting for your video to drop on Sunday at 3 and Thursday at 6. I've already missed one Thursday, one Sunday. I don't want to miss any more. If there's anything that I can do to prevent that, even if it's just like, okay, I'm about to get ready to go somewhere, we're just going to sit here and chit chat, and I'm going to let you guys know what's going on so you can actually follow my social media journey, my process in getting this off the ground. I feel like me watching the results of that video was like, people are really actually in tune with this. It's like one of the videos that I got a comment on the fastest. And then I was just like, man, even though it really wasn't about the context of the video, it was like, okay, so there's like a nice balance. And one of the things about me is I like to call myself a recovering perfectionist, is basically I was just being stuck. I was just holding myself stuck in trying to perfect something. Oh, I want to make sure that I have the perfect thumbnail. I want to make sure that all of the captions are good. I want to make sure that my description is really good. All my tags are really good. Like, people know what this video is about. When they click on it, I want to make sure that I have a really nice intro hook. But that last video, nothing was scripted, not even a description. I created the description after I created the video. And I was doing all of this in the midst of hanging out with my grandson, watching him play for his birthday. So, quite interesting story, right? So when I posted it, I pretty much just thought that it was just going to be a placeholder video, or, you know, just to say I did it, right? This is a video to just hold me accountable to being consistent, pretty much. I did not expect for it to get any traction. I didn't expect for it to get any views. I didn't even share it on like my other social media platforms. I kept it right here in the YouTube channel, and it excelled. Now, the number one video is my video for my solo date night. And I actually pushed that one hard. I pushed that one really hard. So for that video that I dropped, this random video that I dropped about things pivoting, or pivot when life challenges you, or something along those lines. When I put it out there, I was just like, nobody's really going to watch. This is just for me to keep me accountable. I didn't realize that was going to be like one of my top videos. So, and it was just me putting on my makeup and saying, This is the video I wanted to do. This is why I wasn't able to do it. And I have this attached to it, and I'm having technical issues with that, and I'm trying to get it fixed. So in the meantime, in between time, and I had a really busy weekend. So in the meantime, in between time, this is what we're going to do. And people tend to, like, I have quite a few likes on it. So it's just like, yes, who would have known? Who would have thunk it, is what they say. So now my mindset is that you really truly enjoy my authenticity, because some of the videos, I know I did a video a while back when I really wasn't as consistent, pretty much about first time home buyers buying a house and things of that nature. I did a poll on social media and people put in their information, and I compiled it and used it as a video topic. And I worked really hard on that video and it didn't really get that many views. I'm like, from thumbnail, all of that. So sometimes it's not about the effort that you put into the video. It's about the connection, the authenticity, and the topic of the video more than anything. Make sure that it's attention grabbing, right? So done is better than perfect. You can always go back and tweak it, but if you never put it out there, you really don't know what needs to be tweaked. Or do you? Sometimes it's just better to let other people tell you what's going on with it than for you to try to predict what they would say and try to fix it before. It's just too much stress. We're going to eliminate the stress. Let's get it put together. Let's put it out there and let's see how the people react to it. And then let's take a look at what works and what doesn't work. And then you can tweak it along the way. But one of the things that it is that a lot of us are afraid to fail out loud or fail in front of others. You'll hear, society has sayings like, failure is not an option. But a lot of people who are successful, or pretty much all of the people who are successful, have failed. You can't get success without failing. Failure is a part of the process. It is what it is. And, perfectionism will have you in fear of failing. And sometimes you think that what you're putting out there is a failure, and then it turns out not to be a flop, like my video from Sunday. Like I will drop Sunday's video in there and the last Thursday video in the description box below, so you guys can kind of see what I mean. So I have come up with the imperfect action plan. This plan will help you to put action ahead of perfectionism, because it's actually been helping me to do the same. So step 1, shift the standard. What do I mean by that? Aim to be helpful, not perfect. Ask yourself, can this help someone? Versus, is this perfect? What else can I do to make this more perfect? How it is right now, can it help someone? It is better to put out an ebook with typos in it, because there's some grammatical police out here. But it's better to put it out with grammatical errors in it than to hold on to it, because someone may have needed your help. And how I got to do it? Step 2, time block it. What do I mean by time blocking? Time blocking is when you set aside a specific amount of time for a specific task. You can say, okay, you can even do it by time on the clock or by time and amount measurement. So you can say at 6:00 a.m., I am going on my 2-mile walk. Okay. When I wake up at 5:50, I may feel like I don't really feel like walking. So then I can say, okay, at 6:00, even though I don't feel like it, I'll just walk for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I can decide, will I continue to walk? So video editing, I don't feel like editing a video today. This is a content creator lesson right here, because everybody doesn't want to be content creators. But I don't really like editing. I can film. I got a full camera roll. I don't want to edit. So let's just say, okay, at 6:00 p.m., I'm going to edit for 15 minutes. Usually once you get into the groove, you can just keep going, right? So time block it. Give yourself a time, a date and time on the calendar, and a time amount, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Reassess how you feel after that time. And a lot of the times you will continue to keep going, because the moment you're building momentum. Like going back to what perfectionism is costing us, it's costing us that momentum So you just need to get started. So time block it so that way you can just get started, right? Also, give yourself deadlines. Are like, okay, I have to have this done by this time. Whether it's redecorating your house, whether it's cooking dinner, whether it's exercising, whether it's reading, whether it's journaling, whether it's whatever it is that you're procrastinating on doing. Step 3, share the process. Let your audience see the journey, right? Let them come along with you in the process. If you're building a business from the ground up, let them see you break ground. Let them see you get the walls up. If you're buying a place and you're remodeling it for a new business, don't just, put out AI photos and saying this is coming. Actually show them, okay, this is the building. We're painting the walls. We're knocking this wall down. This is the furniture that's coming in. These are the paint colors that I'm thinking of doing. Which paint color looks better? And so now when you open, the people who have been following you, your audience, which would actually turn into your customers because now they want to come in and see this business. They actually feel like they were a part of the process. Oh my gosh, I remember when we were painting out paint colors and the color I picked won in the poll. Let me come in here and see what it looks like. You know what I mean? So bring people in on the journey. Usually what we like to do is we like to take the diamond, we like to polish it, shine it up or whatever. And then we don't let anybody know what it is we're doing because we move in silence, which, some things you do need to, just share with certain close friends. But with things like a business or things like this that's coming soon, build up the anticipation because the anticipation is what's going to get you paid. But that's a whole new story for another day. We have got to stop waiting for perfect to release things because I have something to tell you. Come close. Perfect is a myth. Let me say it again because I don't think you heard me. Perfect is a myth. Nothing on this earth is perfect. Nothing. It can look perfect, but underneath, it's not perfect. So we have to stop wanting everything to be so perfect. You put things out and then you take the criticism or the feedback and then you tweak and you make it better. You can always make things better, but it'll never be perfect. Okay? Ooh, I like this little lesson today, y'all. I like it because I used to be the one that be like, I'm not putting a video out here if it's not done right. I'm not putting a graphic out here if it's not done right. That font don't look right. That color does not look right. Nobody cares about the font. Nobody cares about the color. They care about the information that this flyer is trying to convey. So something that you could spend like 4 or 5 hours on, you're just spending that time procrastinating. Another thing about me, and you may be able to relate to, is that I like to try to learn every single thing I can before I start. I want to learn it all. I want to know how to do this, how to do that. And I remember the job I have now. Excel used to terrify me, but he recommended this YouTube channel called Excel is Fun. And he was like, just go through that, blah, blah, blah. And I did. And he was like, but don't dwell so much on all of the lessons because the things that you don't use, you will forget. So just kind of run through it. And then I'll tell you exactly the things that you will need that can help make your job easier. But the things like all those formulas I had to learn, girl, half them formulas, I can't even tell you about them now because this was like 3.5 years ago, 4. Oh, I want to know how to do this. I want to know how to do that. And now I wanted to master every single component of Excel before I started working. And my boss was like, no, half this stuff you're not even going to use. And he was right. And so I'm like, I wonder how much of that I do in my everyday life. Like, I want to make sure I know how to edit well and do this well and do that well before I put my content and stuff out there. I want to make my content like her content. But no, you're on your own journey. Stick to your own, your own lane. And it's okay to learn as you go because it doesn't make sense to learn every single component of something, especially if you are going to forget it. You're not going to use it. That's just wasting brain space. So, what is one thing that you have been waiting to perfect? I'm giving you 48 hours to just do it and or put it out there. What is it? Drop it in the comment section below because I would love to hear what it is. And when you do, be sure to tag me. You can tag me on Instagram. You can tag me on Facebook. You can even DM it to me. And if you put out a YouTube video, be sure to tag me in that as well. I am so excited to see what you guys have been sitting on. So with all of this being said, just remember that done is better than perfect. Okay? Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Your growth does not come from waiting. It comes from showing up. And I will continue showing up for you guys every Thursday at 6 and every Sunday at 3. Please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I drop a new video. Hit that like button to let all the people know that this is great content, and drop your comment below because I want to know what it is that you guys have been sitting on. And until next time, enjoy life with Toya.